Well, here on Gunmark TV, we've got a really nice over and under from Browning. It's their B525 Autumn Silver. And as you can see, it's a very nice traditional game or field gun. It's very, very nice. It's their fifth generation of their B25 series. And as we all know, the 525s are all hand fitted at the production stage, which is nice. Gives them a sort of hand made feel to them, to be honest with you. It's a lovely lightweight shotgun. You have 28 to 30 inch barrels with this model. This one's in 12 gauge. You have the Invector Plus choke system. You get 5, which is fantastic for changing your choke patterns, which is very, very good. If you can hear me above the wind noise. This is backboard, which is Browning's innovation to their barrels, which make less recoil and higher speeds, which is very nice. And you have a grade 5 to grade 6 walnut. So anyway, let's take it out in these windy conditions and shoot some patterns and see what we can get with her. Well, we're looking forward to this new Autumn Silver and the B525. And again, we've got a selection of game loads and a pigeon load here. And we're going to try them out on the pattern boards with a half choke at 30 yards. So let's first look at Game Boards Black Gold. This is the ultimate performance. And it has 32 grams number 5 shot. And that's a really good sort of slightly longer range, hard hitting or higher game bird. Really good or sort of fast moving pigeons, very nice. Then we'll use Ely Zenith. And these are the copper plated number 5 shot and 32 gram loading, beg your pardon. And they pattern quite tightly, so I'll be interested to see how they pattern in the Autumn Silver. And then we have a nice pigeon load, which is a whole super fast pigeon, and that's got 29 grams of number 6 shot. And they are always incredibly reliable, nice fibre loaders on that as well. In fact, they're all fibre wadded loads we're using today. And then if you want the ultimate for high pheasants or a little bit extra range, you've got Hull's High Pheasant Extreme, and it's the ultimate performance load. And it has 32 grams of number 5 shots with their XT RM pellets. So let's go and shoot them and see how they perform. Okay, we're going to use the Game Boards Black Gold, and I've actually changed. I've got 3/4 choke actually. I thought we'll try that today. We're always doing half chokes. Let's try 3/4 choke instead and see how well they pattern with the fibre wads. Also safety off. And they just handle so nicely. Here we go, 30 yards. Lovely. Nice ejection on that as well. Again, very mild to shoot. And these Brownings for me, they just set up so nicely, and they just anywhere you position, they just point your eyes straight down the rib. You know, I'm a rifleman by heart, obviously, but when you come to shoot a shotgun, I do like the Brownings, got to be honest with you.
As you can see, it's a very good centrally distributed pattern there with good overall coverage from those larger number 5 shots. And using that fibre wad, you've got a really good even pattern. We had a total of 175 pellets on the board with the 3/4 choking, and that equated to 96 outer strikes and 79 inner hits. That makes a really nice game load.
Okay, next up, the second is Ely Zenith. That's a copper plated shot, and these always pattern very tight, and I'll be interested to see on the 3/4 choke how these do as well. Auto safety off. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's quite mild ejection of that. And again, very, very light on the recoil, very, very nice to shoot. Let's go and have a look at the pattern.
As you can see, those copper plated pellets, the number 5 shot, they really do give a tight, even pattern, especially with that 3/4 choking. It's a good, dense overall pattern. We had a total of 242 pellets connecting with the board. Almost an even spread throughout the outer inner strikes, and that's 119 inner and 123 outer. And that's really, really good going, and it's a good hard hitting, and it's a hard working load for larger game and just pushing your little range a little bit further. Really nice. I really like those Ely Zeniths.
One nice thing about the Browning Autumn Silver is not only it's a very nice game gun, it's also very good for pigeon as well. And on that note, we're going to use Hull's really nice super fast pigeon. As the name suggests, it is a high velocity round and very, very hard hitting. And it's got an interesting 29 gram loading. So let's see how that shoots. Oh yeah, that's again very mild, and you can shoot that all day. If you're decoying pigeons, that'll be very easy to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, super fast pigeons are really known for giving really good dense patterns. I mean, especially that 3/4 choke. We had a total of 204 pellet strikes from this quite light 29 grams of number 6 shot. We had inner hits, which equated to 79 pellets, and the remaining 125 pellets in the outer 30 inches. It's a great pigeon load, it's light on the shoulder, and it really gives good heavy striking on pigeons, even at quite long range and in windy conditions.
And finally we're going to look at hulls. High pheasant extreme. This is very, very nice for high pheasants or fast moving game, and it normally gives a really nice pattern. So, oh yeah, I mean, not only that was, again, it's quite mild on the ejection on this one, but again, very mild to shoot, and we can have a nice game shoot all day with that load. Fantastic. Let's go and have a look at those patterns. I think this is patterning so well, this Browning.
Yeah, as the name suggests, I mean, these extremes, the high pheasants, they just really do shoot extremely well. You've got 32 grams of number 5 shot, and with that fibre wadded load and the 3/4 choke, we were getting sort of just under 200 pellets, 195 overall, and that's distributed with 88 inner and 107 outer hits. And it shoots directly straight from the centre, radiates all the way out, really even, very nice and easy on the shoulder. Great all-rounder, that one.
Well, let's get into a little bit more detail now on the Browning B525 Autumn Silver. Actually, we know with Brownings, they're over and under double barrel shotgun system. You actually have a choice of the 725 or the B525 action types. The 725 is their latest version of the vaulted B25 series of actions, which really made Browning's name, let's be honest with you, and it continues on that excellent vein. The B725 is a full-size action, whereas what we have here is a B525, and this is the lighter weight shotgun, quite a lot lighter actually, and I find a lot more nimble. And you think being lighter, you might possibly get more recoil, but that isn't the case due to the features of this gun, which we'll go through later. And it's perfectly suited for either game or hunting out in the field. I personally like the 525 series. It was first released in 2015, and it's still made in Japan by Maruku Consortium, as are their Browning A-bolt rifles and T-bolt rifles, which I test quite a lot of as well. And they offer a really good value for money with superb engineering and manufacture. And as we all know, the B525 series are all hand finished at the assembly stage. So there's a slight touch of, just a little bit of air class there. So let's go a little bit detail. Let's go and have a look at the stock next. Browning always have a knack really for producing nice shotguns. That's why I like Brownings. They just seem to fit really, really well. They just naturally shoulder very well. And this Autumn Silver has a grade 2, grade 3 walnut to it, nicely oil finished, silver cartouche here. You can fill in with your initials if you so want to, and it's quite nicely engraved to the fore end here and the pistol grip as well. You get some nice figuring through the butt section. You can see here both sides, and that continues through into the fore end as well. So you get quite a nice blend there. On this model as well, you get the nice little touches here, the teardrops on the side here, and as you expect, metal finish metal to wood finish is very, very good indeed. And with the oil finish, especially on a practical gun where we take it out, after game or out for sporting use, it's just a practical finish to have. Dimensionally, the butt dimensions are 375 millimeters. That's the length of pull. And the drop at the comb is 36 millimeters, and the drop at heel is 56 millimeters. And it makes a very comfortable and just a natural feeling stock. You also have the Inflex 2 recoil pad here, which really does dampen the recoil, which is great. And it's about 3/4 of an inch deep, and it's extremely soft. And the black rubber texture here grips with a slightly smooth section here at the top, so you don't actually get snagged into your shoulder when you're actually mounting it. Even better, he also comes with 2 additional pads of different sizes of 1/2 or 1 inches, and that will adjust your length of pull accordingly, which is, although this one at the factory, it suited me fine. I actually like a longer length of pull, but as is the Autumn Silver here, actually fitted very nicely. You saw that in the pattern test. It shot some nice patterns very, very nicely. I like the pistol grip here. It's nicely raked and it's quite slim. And as you said, got a nice checkering to it as well. And just overall, not a bad grade 2 to grade 3 walnut stock. Well, let's look at the barrels next. And on this Autumn Silver model, you have a choice of 28-inch or 30-inch barrels, and they're all 3-inch chambered, and they have Vector Plus and backboard barrels as well, and of course steel shot proofed. The gun comes with flush fit Invector chokes. You have a choice of 5, obviously 2 fitted, 3 here, and a nice choke key as well as supplied it. So you get a good blend of game use and sporting, if you so wish, depending on what choke you put in this over and under shotgun. The backbore barrels are part of Browning's improving barrel technology, and this means that the internal dimensions are just slightly oversized, which gives a smoother passage of the wadded column when it's shot. So this has the effect of increasing velocity due to reduced friction, and recoil is also reduced as well, which is a nice side effect, as it's due to the smoother and wider bore surface, and it just eases the shot column down the barrel as you shoot it. And I don't know if other guys have noticed, but I actually find these barrels a lot easier to clean after a long session of testing. So we had the 30-inch barrel lengths, although you can get the shorter 20-inch if you so want to. With this Autumn Silver, with 30 inches, it's actually made it very, very nice to swing, which is very nice. Barrels are vented. On the top, they have a solid mid rib there, and the top rib is 6mm wide, which is perfect for game shooting, as you can see all around the sight, and keep the game actually on the rib, and it doesn't obscure you as you're actually shooting, which is very nice. You have 6 large vents, 60mm lengths at the top, diminishing in height as they reach the muzzle end, as you can see there, and you have a finely serrated top to avoid any reflections, and a single gold bead at the muzzles. The finish on these isn't your normal matte bluing. You have an absolutely gorgeous, very, very fine, deep bluing to these Browning, and I like that. It's a nice traditional finish on this, and it works very, very well indeed. They're just, beautifully made barrels, let's be honest with you. And then ejectors too. These are also very well finished and polished, making them freely sort of recessed into the cages, and the monoblock grooves, which makes the whole timing very, very powerful, and there's just no chance of a stuck casing there. And you'll see in the previous test we had no problems with it whatsoever. Just a very, very nice set of barrels, very well set up, and they just lock superbly into the abutments here, into the action, which is one of the features I like the Browning in the first place. Those 525 action type here, as it actually locks through on the monoblock system here through the action, is just fantastic. Well, let's take a closer look at the action, and as with all B525 series shotguns, they're all made of steel. So it's not a lightweight model like the Hunter or the Liberty, and as such it just gives a nice good solid heft without being overly heavy, and without affecting the balance either. I just think it just makes sense to have a stronger steel action, especially if you're shooting a lot of cartridges in the day. The 525 is the slimmer action than the 75, as we've mentioned before, but it has the same type of operation and locking arrangement with the steel locking lugs here that penetrate through the action here, and you have a very nice deeply action profile as well. It's just a classic Browning trait, which is reassuringly strong, and there's a lot of bearing surfaces here, so there's a lot of wear built in, so you can shoot a lot of rounds through that and not have any problems with the action becoming loose. What's particularly interesting on the Autumn Silver is the action facings itself, and being called Autumn Silver, as the name suggests, you have like a coin finish here to all the action faces, which is very, very nice. And to complete the effect, the game cartouches you have a flighting mallard to one side, then you have a partridge, and then finally on the right side you have a flighting pheasant here. And these are all accented against the coin finish in a kind of autumn glow. It's not gold, but I don't know if you can see it. It's actually a slight sort of autumn sort of glow to it, which is very, very nice. There's a non-auto safety, and this is with inertia type striker system with a barrel selector. When on left is on the top barrel here, and right is the bottom barrel. And these are, as well as the top lever, I've left here nicely engraved, as well as the trigger guard, if you can have a look here as well. Again, very nice. The trigger blade is slender and smooth. Typical trait is Browning's gold wash feature here, but it's not adjustable for length of pull, hence you have the recoil pads you can actually fit to actually make your length of pull bigger. But there you go. Overall, it's just a very, very nice, it's quite reasonably priced with your grade 2, grade 3 listing here from the factory, and being a limited edition, you just get something a little bit more special than the run-of-the-mill. As we've seen, it shot some very nice patterns, and it just offers very good value for money. And there you go, that's just a little succinct review of the Browning B525 Autumn Silver. I hope you enjoyed it.